Not really. I mean, back-to-backs, we've all played enough of them, whether it's junior, NHL, AHL. I mean, we've played enough of them. It's just it's honestly, it's all mental. Sometimes you feel a lot better on the back-to-back. So I'm sure you'll see a team energized and ready to go.
Specific challenges that you face tonight against this Edmonton team?
I mean, the obvious, they got obviously 97 and 29. Those guys are pretty dynamic. Their power play has been really hot. You got to stay out of the box and limit. I mean, the casual limit the turnovers around the blue lines. Those guys get speed, and with numbers, you're in trouble. So I'm sure, like many skilled teams, you got to watch those two guys especially. They can turn a game around pretty quickly. So those are two obvious ones.
Is there any pressure to start faster tonight as a result?
I mean, you always want to get off to a good start. I don't know if there's any more pressure over one team, but I think the biggest thing, like I said, is when those guys are going and they're fueling their team, that's when you're going to have trouble. So if you can limit those guys as much as you can, obviously you're not going to be able to do a full job of that, but you can limit them as much as you can. You're going to give yourself the best chance to win.
From Edmonton Hall to Draisaitl and McDavid, it's been like a seamless transition here. When you were here, they were building, and you weren't surrounded nearly seemingly as well as the two guys are now. What do you see? From a guy that was in here on the ground floor a long time ago, I know you've been gone a while, but when you look at the team now in this organization, what do you see that's different?
It's a good question. I haven't been here for 4 or 5 years, but they've obviously gotten off to a good start. You see, the biggest thing that I'm watching them play, and I watch them quite a bit, is their power play is really hot, and they're getting some depth scoring, and maybe it's something they haven't had in the past. So, things are rolling for them right now, and I think the biggest thing is I'm trying to focus on, now that we're in the division, we're competing with these guys and trying to find a way to get into the playoffs, and these guys are the next team in front. So I'm kind of looking at it more so as how to get ahead of these guys and how to beat them more so than what they're doing right now. But obviously when you get two stand-up players like those two, they're able to change a franchise around pretty quickly.
When you're one of those rare players that you started in the West and you went to the East to play that New York corridor, now you're way back out West.
Mm-hmm.
What's the biggest change in your life going from those little bus trips to playing out of Seattle?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the travel obviously is a lot tougher in in the West. You're flying to, for last night, for instance, you got to clear customs and deal with all that. I know it's not a long flight, but that's tough. And then you got to go to the LA teams, whereas when you're playing in the Metro Division, you're a lot of times busing to some of the teams, and you're in your own bed by midnight. So, I mean, that changes for sure. For me personally, I mean, my family's all out west, so that makes it kind of nice that we're a lot closer to home. But, I enjoy playing in the West. I mean, obviously being from around here, it makes it a lot of these teams I grew up playing, grew up watching, so I definitely enjoy it.